you all, welcome back to Journey with Shaw. Earlier I did a haul, a spring haul of some spring finds, and I wanted to show you all. I told you in the video that I was going to make some ice cream. Joshua wants some ice cream tonight, so I'm going to do some personal ice cream for him, and mom and Joshua and mommy can taste this for you guys. So that is the beautiful personal, as you can see, the personal ice cream maker by Daiso. It's so cute. It's just adorable. So I do have the base of it in the freezer so that it can freeze. And it's been in there for about a day. All right, you all. So we're going to go ahead on and take everything out so that you can see. Joshua wants Oreo ice cream. We have strawberry and stuff, but he wants the classic Oreo, y'all. So now let me show you. This is the top. Mommy, can you get the base out? She's going to show you the base. This is the top. So adorable. And this is the little spinner, so I'm gonna have to wash that. And this is the top of the ice cream maker. I hope you guys can see it without that glare. It's just so adorable, really cute. And so we're gonna get the base, and while she's doing that, I'm gonna have this sit over here. I'm gonna show you guys. It says scan for tips. Now that's the only thing that I'm not really cool about the dash. I wish they would have included a recipe handbook that you can tangibly feel, touch, and have, you know, put away with your other recipes. They want you to scan this and then the recipes pop up, and they only give you one recipe for this ice cream, and I'm kind of like, I wish you would have given us more ideas. So, but what they did, they gave you the base of a vanilla. So I'm assuming they're probably thinking, do the base of what we gave you, and then you can just go ahead on and do everything else. But like, I'm still searching to see for the frozen yogurt. I want to do some frozen yogurts, because this is for those who this is for the times when I don't want to do a real big batch, but I may be craving ice cream, or somebody else may be craving ice cream, and they just want to do a personal. It makes up to 1 cup of ice cream per, okay? It's a 0.25 quart, okay? It's not real big. It's a personal serving, so don't say, oh, well, that's just too small. Well, it's meant for personal. That's why personal's on there. So I think it's awesome, especially for portion control, and when you want ice cream and just don't want that much. This is perfect for that, okay? So this is what it comes into the instructions. They give it to you and how to clean it and everything, and the instructions on how to use it, important safeguards on it. So that's basically what you have on here, but I wish they would have included a really quick and simple recipe, and I don't see that. So anyway, like I said, all you have to do is just scan that, and they have it here. They have it on the box. Where is it? On the box, and you just scan it and the recipe comes up. Okay, so let's get it. It's frozen and it is ready to go, y'all. Matter of fact, while I'm fixing this, I'm gonna put it back in the freezer just so that y'all can see it. We wrapped it up so that it didn't have any scent or anything fall into it, you know, when it's in the freezer. So it is completely frozen. I mean, it is just cold. Okay, so I'm gonna show you all how you put this on, just like so. So you take that, you put your ice cream in there, and of course you put the little spinner here. Okay, you see the little spinner hole there. You take that little section, and you're just going to place that in there just like so. Okay, and you have that there, and you're going to put, okay, so I'm going to take the spinner out because it's not clean and I'm not using it, but look how easy it is to remove. Okay, and it's just easy to add on. Okay, we're gonna go ahead on and place that back in, and it's on tight, ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead on and remove that. Mommy's gonna wash that for me, but then I'm gonna also show you those 2 little areas, one here, one there. You're gonna make sure you line up with those 2 arrows. You can see the 2 arrows. Okay, you see an arrow here. I want you guys to see that. See that little arrow right there? Can you see that? Let's do it this way. You see an arrow there, that little arrow right there, and then you see an arrow here. Okay, that little arrow there. So you're going to take it and you're going to put it on. You're going to take it just like that. Keep the arrow so it's lined up with those 2 sections here, that and this one. Okay, you see that? You're going to take it, you're going to line it up and you're gonna lock it in. And there we go. It's locked in, ready to go. Okay, now this is really cold. So I'm gonna go ahead on and move it. And when you wanna remove it, you just twist it this way and it comes off. Ooh, that's cold. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead on and put this back in the freezer. And we're gonna start this recipe, you all. So y'all get ready, and we're making ice cream, okay? Everything is clean. We're just gonna go over and clean this guy. Okay, now, Joshua downloaded the ice cream for me. Joshua, I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like on here. So, he downloaded the ice cream for me. That is what it looks like. All right, and this is the recipe. You go through there. That's how you have to get the recipe. I know. I'm not a real fan of that either myself. All right, y'all, so we're gonna place the egg yolk, 1 egg yolk, 1/4 cup of sugar in a glass bowl, and we're gonna beat it together. So we're gonna add 1/3 cup of milk, and we're gonna let that come to slowly come to a boil, okay? So I'm blending the sugar and the egg yolk and make sure that that comes together to remove the crystals as much as I possibly can. Then we're gonna add the milk, okay? There we go. Well, I didn't want to use the blender because I think the hand mixer is a little too harsh, and it's not really, because this has more wires, you can really get in there and mix that sugar mixture up really good. So use a hand whisk. Okay. Go ahead on, and then we're gonna get ready for the milk. Little by, just put a little in there right now. Just a tiny bit. Let me temper it. Okay, that's enough. And we want to make sure that we do not curdle. So you gotta move fast. Okay? Get that egg used to so it doesn't cook. Okay, go ahead on and put the rest. You would probably need a little help. Okay, Mom, let me see. Alright, let's get around here and get all this mixture. Okay, go ahead and put the rest of the remainder of the milk. And this helps the eggs not to curdle. So you kind of temper the eggs before you just put it little by little. Start with a little first. Really get in there so that nothing curdles. Okay, you all? So I'm going to make sure this blends well. And then I'm going to go ahead on and add it back to the pot. And I have to continue to stir until I'm able to run a line through the back of my spatula. Alright? So we're going to go ahead on and pour it back into the pan. And I'm going to try to see if there's an easier, I know there's an easier way to do this. But this is for those who want that really, you know, that really good ice cream effect. It's not hard, but some people is going to be like, I ain't got time to be sitting up there stirring, and I understand. But for me, I understand, but for me as a cook, this is enjoyable. This is really, really fun, you guys. We want to bring it to the point, and it looks like we're there, where I can take my, Mom, give me a spoon, where I can take it. It said stirred, so I'm going to let it stir a little bit. Where I can take my spoon, y'all see that? And I'm able, the mixture, look at that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead on and add this, as you all can see, it to the pan, to this glass. And I'm going to let it completely cool off. But I think I'm going to add some saran wrap right on top of the mixture just to make sure that there's no film that will develop, okay? I'm not for sure. This is my first time ever dealing with this, okay? So that's what it looks like. Looks pretty good. All right, you all, so I'm just gonna put this saran wrap and just put it just on top of it like so. Not directly too much, but just to cover it a little bit for my sanity. And we'll let that go. Okay, so we're gonna let this cool off completely and we'll add it to the ice cream. Stay tuned. Okay, you all, so I did it twice. This is the first one I did, and it's been sitting for a while. And this is the consistency of it. And that's how it looks on the back. And this one looks pretty good. So I'm gonna use this one. I don't know. This one's pretty high. This is the other one I use, which is really different. It's more foamier. This one's been sitting out longer though. This one's more foamier, but under it, I see where it's like that one. So I'm just gonna let this sit, and this can be more ice cream for another day. It just seems like this one has way more than this one, but we're just gonna go for this one right now, okay? Because it's been sitting longer. We're gonna go for this one. All right, we're gonna let that sit much more longer. Okay, now we're gonna set up, we're gonna put the cream and 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream inside this, and I'm gonna get to mixing. All right, you all, so we have the egg yolk mixture in there. Okay, so now we're going to add in the heavy cream. So 1/3 cup of the heavy whipping cream. So we're gonna go ahead on and put this in like so. Ooh, that's quite heavy. Okay, I'm gonna make sure we mix that all together. And then we're gonna add in the vanilla. And it's really pretty color, you guys. I'm gonna move the camera up really close so y'all can see it before I add the mixture. Get all that cream, y'all. You would think you have all this cream out of here, and it is not. You can get the base of it now out of the freezer. All right, you all. So now we're gonna set that to the side, and I'm gonna go ahead on and mix the heavy whipping cream with the delicious egg cream, the egg mixture, okay? And it's coming through really pretty. All right, so there we go. That's what it looks like there. So that looks nice and creamy. That's the egg mixture. Okay, so now we're gonna add the vanilla. I don't limit my vanilla, so it may say 1 teaspoon, child, please. She's fixing to put the amount of vanilla that she likes in here because it may be a little over, maybe, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we added the vanilla, and now we're gonna stir. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm so excited about this, you guys. So now before we add this, remember the paddle has to be spinning before we add this. So let me get this set. All right, so we have that mix there. So now what we're going to do, we're going to set this to a side, and we're going to make sure that paddle is in. Mommy, can you undo that so we can, we're going to make sure the paddle is locked in. Remember I showed you earlier how to do that. This is our cold, I mean, it is frozen. Look at that, you guys. It's got the little ice. It is really frozen, okay? So we're going to make sure we close this because the paddle has got to be spinning when you pour it in. So we're going to make sure we're closing this, locking the top in. Okay, so that top is locked in and it is cold. All right, you also, you want to make sure you get a measuring cup that has a spout. And this ice cream, you want it to go as you're adding it, and it does have a little hole there where you can add in your ice cream and also whatever you want to put to add cookies or candy or whatever you want to put in. I'm going to show you how to turn it on here. As you can see, it's going, the cutest thing ever. So now we're going to add in on the side here, we're going to add in the ice cream. That's where we're at so far. Beautiful. Let her sit there and mix away. And so I have these. How long did I say let it mix, Josh? Is it 30 minutes? So I have some Oreos here. I'm going to crumble up a few Oreos. Once it gets to the point where it's really getting thickened, I'm going to add some Oreo bits in there, okay? But this is what it looks like in the inside, y'all. It says to your desired thickness. I remember them saying that. Okay, so there we go. This is the personal ice cream maker by Dash. So I'm going to try to find a recipe where you don't have to do the egg. You can just do the cream like I do with my regular little ice cream maker. You can just add the whipping cream and the milk and just let it roll with the vanilla, okay? I think you can still do that with this, but they wanted you to have that real deal ice cream effect, okay? I'm just excited because I've never really made the ice cream with the egg in it. This is my first time doing it. All right, so we're going to let this roll, see where it's at in 30 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to be crumbling up some Oreos and we'll have it set so we can go ahead on and just add it to the mixture, okay? So stay tuned. All right, you all, so this is a review, all right? Just want to let you know, this is a review. And if I don't like the way this ice cream maker is working, I'm going to return it. So far, it looks like it takes a little while for it to get thick, but of course, you would put this in a container and let this go overnight. Usually what I will do is is stop my Cuisinart. But the Cuisinart, it gets a little thick. It's just more like a shake. This one is not much like that. So what we're gonna do, it's been going for about 35 minutes. I'm gonna add the Oreos and let it go for about another 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna let it finish off in the freezer, and we're gonna see where it's at. All right, you all, so we have some Oreos here, and I'm gonna drop a little bit of Oreos inside of here. I'm gonna use my hands are clean. I'm just gonna drop some little Oreo bits. All right, you all, so this is where we're at with the ice cream. It is still a little runny. It's been going about 40 minutes. So I'm not a fan of that. So that's gonna make me wanna return this product because it's been going long enough. This thing has been in my freezer. Actually, mommy told me, honey, that thing has been in the freezer about 2 days, not 3 days. So it's been pretty good, and it's ready. It should have been really ready to be transferred. Okay, so this is what it's after 40 minutes. This is what we have. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with this, if this is a bad machine, but what I'm gonna do is transfer it in here, and I'm gonna let it freeze a little longer, and we'll see how the consistency of this ice cream comes out. Okay, but at least you should at least have some kind of thickness in here. It should not be this runny. Okay, all right, so stay tuned. All right, so we have been going about 40 minutes, and this is the problem that I have. You see at the base, none of this is sticking, and it has already liquefied, and this thing was frozen, and it's not hot in here, honey. I have no heater or nothing. So that right there, I'm not a fan of that. So I might just be sticking with the waffle makers, but I wanted to show this because I really wanted this to work. Yeah, I think it's a really cute product as far as if you want to do a personal amount where you don't have to do like 3, 4, 5 cups, 6 cups of ice cream. We're gonna go ahead on and close this up, and we're gonna put it in the freezer, and we'll see what this does for us. Okay, all right, y'all, so this is the next day. As you can see, that light is from the sun. Okay, it is the next day, so we're gonna see how this works. To me, it still is not, I mean, look, it's still not as creamy, and this was all night. So I'm gonna do another recipe. We're gonna try it without the egg. Okay, we're gonna try it without the egg. So this is what it looks like. If you don't mind waiting the next day, Ma, you wanna come taste this? Because I'm not eating sugar right now, y'all. Mommy's gonna taste this. So it's not where it's called really firm like it would be if I did the Cuisinart. Here, you can have that. But this is what the texture looks like. Okay. And that is the next day, and it's not super duper duper firm. It's still a little soft, but it's got a slight bit firmness to it. What do you think about the taste?
It's good.
It tastes good. Do you think it's firm enough?
No.
No. So what I'm going to do is do another recipe. Before I take this back, I'm going to give it one more try. And so now I'm going to do one where it's just the regular, like what Cuisinart does. It's just with the sugar, the cream, and the milk, and the vanilla. And that's it. Now, this will work. This egg custard in the Cuisinart, it works. I'm sure it will be excellent. I have no idea what's up with this machine. So stay tuned. We're going to do the one where it's just all cream, all milk, and vanilla and sugar, and we're going to see how that comes out. All right, so stay tuned.